looks like I'm live now. Okay. And we still need to be, you know what? I don't want to be any higher. I think I'm going to try and adjust it here. Because it's getting further and further away from my comfort zone. We should be able to work with that. It has to be not too far away from me for me to be able to cut it. All right. Let's get over here so I can see it the way you guys see it. This is a rather large, sort of blurry eyeball. And what are now some very bushy eyebrows. So I'm just cutting it closer to the eyeball. All right. Here we go. Getting into my own live on YouTube. So we're going to start out just trimming down to, There we go. Let me get on live chat. I stay on top chat so many nights and I feel like such a dork. Hey, Adria, how you doing? Yeah, if it's too far away, then I have to scooch my chair up really close to the table. And I have stuff under the table, and then I can't turn to the side, and I feel trapped. So, yeah, I have a comfort zone on my own desk. Hi, Steffi G. Oh, you're very welcome, Steffi. Everybody's welcome. The more the merrier, I say. Adria! How was everybody's Fri-Yay? I hope it was a good end of the week. First full week of the new year, eh? And here we are on Fri-Yay. So I've taken out, I had one of those like, there's some words right up in here at the top that I want to cut off. I had one of those like large side load boxes that I cut into kind of the magazine style holder. And I had it full of these plastic sleeves, which were then full of unprocessed collage images. And there were like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 5 of those in there, and then there was just a stack loose in there. So I have slowly, this is the last little bit of it. I was up very late today, and some of it is a little processed, but a lot of it isn't. So this is the last of that. And as you can see, it's not that much. So I thought we'd start out with that and then maybe move over to some serial killer. We got 3 hours to kill-ish. So let's look at these are, now like I said, I cut some into squares and rectangles, and some I did torn edges because sometimes I really love torn edges. Here we've got another eyeball, a fussy cut axie thing, some people cut into, just people in a row, so that giant pair of lips, red lips at that, eyeball gun, angry gorilla, and a guy from a gaming magazine. So those are just stuck in here, already processed. That's a bonus. That means I don't have to process them right now. The pile behind me, though, quite large, I must say. I think on this one, we're just cutting this rough edge off where it came out of the magazine. And this is one of those industrial, pollution kind of things. And here we go. We've got, now I've had her for a long time. She just keeps getting moved around. I have a picture with some horse hooves. I want to make her into a satyr because of the pants. I think that this would be fun to make her into a satyr. So that would mean covering up her shoes with hooves. So I'll have to pull out that horsey image and see if it will work. Okay, we got a couple of, I'm going to leave it on here. A couple of little Band-Aid cutouts. Little gun for no reason. This is even ink, so I tried to use it in something at some point. Just Evil Guy. That one's from a game magazine. Also this one. Piratey kind of guy. All right, now I need to cut the edge onto that one because it has to be all torn or all straight. That's how I roll. Guy with fish. And this needs to be trimmed up. So more stuff that we can just move right on over. Let's see. Yes, I will be doing. I am behind on that. I am starting actually. The first video will go live tomorrow for today. It'll always be a day behind, but I figured I was gonna start it in September, and I missed that just flat out. And then I was like, okay, I'll start it in. Each month I've kind of let it get away from me. This is kind of a background piece, but it's gotten a little. I'm going to finish that story, I promise. It's just gotten a little bendy and stuff, so I'm just cutting off all the wrinkledy, bendy parts. And so I kept saying, oh, I'll start it on the 15th of each month. Well, and then it hit December, and I'm like, I am not starting anything in December. People are too busy for that shit. So it's actually, I'm loading the first video tomorrow. You do have to be a member of Patreon to access the content. But also, I'm going to be doing it on Ko-Fi, and so it'll be cross-posted. That did not work. Like I said, I've been having some trouble with this blade. So you might want to wait a few days before you decide anything you're doing with that. See, about the first 10 days, I'm going to just, for anybody to see if you like the idea. Now, there were some old videos where obviously you saw it, and it's largely the same function. But something that is happening that I haven't quite got to yet is I have all of this ugly scrap paper, and I'm making some journals and some packs for people who maybe need a little jump start. You loved when I did scraps of joy? Unfortunately, not many people did. So I thought I would take it away from this channel and give it its own kind of. That way people who are used to a certain kind of content didn't feel like, they were being subjected to something they didn't want to see. I am so glad you liked it because I love doing it. It's a lot of fun. So tomorrow will be the introductory video and the first days. And it's just going to be an ongoing project. People can pick it up when they want. You can buy supplies from me. You can use your own stuff. You can really use any book. But there will be an introductory video posted tomorrow, both on my Patreon and my Ko-Fi. The links are in the down box. You love to be subjected. Carla, I kind of suspected that about you. So you're going to get 10 days where you get to kind of see if you like the idea. So you don't have to sign up just to see if you like it and then be like, well, I hate this. And then you're paying for something, you've paid for a month of something that you can't get your money back on it. Because once they charge you for a month, it's forever. But with Patreon and Ko-Fi both, you can unsubscribe at any point. Flip throughs will be here. I'll do flip throughs of the completed journals. Now, I don't try and just make a journal every month. I just make a journal and it goes as long as it goes. I try to do at least a page a day. I have done all kinds of sizes, which I will show. I'll show all the different sizes I've used, and you're a true glue book person. Awesome. I do love glue books. That's why we're doing all this. Some of this is going to be for the Scraps of Joy, and some of this is for regular glue booking, and some of it is for making collage scenes. So some of these are fine. They're just because they've been in a container so long, they're a little wrinkly. I'm pleased to find at the end here that there is some of it that's processed. Slices of pizza. beekeeper guy. His feet weren't exactly, so we have to kind of hang him off the edge of something or cover up his feet. Some of these are I've had for quite a long time. Ballerina foot, lady's head, the lady with the 2 crabs or lobsters. I don't remember fussy cutting any of these. I recognize some of them as older images, but it must have been in the days. Thank you. I appreciate that. So there's no levels on Ko-Fi yet. I'm working on creating them. It will be simple stuff. Dyed paper will not be on Ko-Fi or coffee, whatever it is. I can never get it right. Somebody's always correcting me. I'll try and work on calling it coffee because I think that's what everybody else calls it. But yeah. So we're gonna start there, and for the minimum level donation, will be access to Scraps of Joy on either format. I know some people like one over the other. Some people absolutely hate Patreon. You know what? I think I'm just going to tear the edges on this. I think I would prefer this torn for the type of image it is. Especially if I put it in a composition book or a personal journal. I do kind of love a torn edge. But I fluctuate between torn edges and just straight edges. There's something nice about a torn edge. There's also something very satisfying about tearing paper. That's going to go away into the pile that's already done. And some of these very tall images, we're cutting them down because they are so tall. There's your leg. You're the ballet leg. Let me grab that real quick. Are you the ballet leg? There's so many up here now. It's such a huge pleated pile. I don't think I've had this many completed images in quite some time. It's nice, actually. Now, some I will never cut out before I need them because they're too spindly. Like those people, they're held together by a hope and a prayer. Oh, there you go. Is that your leg right there? You got the ballet leg. Composition books are awesome. I am favoring the dot grid ones right now. But unfortunately, what they've done is they put a polyplastic cover on it. And I don't like the new ones. The Pin and Gear at least have done that. I prefer the paper ones. You can't really glue a new cover onto one of those new plasticky ones. When I went to buy them when school started this past year, they were all the slick plasticky type. And I was very disappointed. At least the grid ones, because I love the grid ones. I do roll off pages from jelly printing in composition books. And sometimes I keep them and sometimes I sell them. So I'm going to cut this side off and then I'm going to fussy cut around the wheel here real quick. And I think I can cut this straight. So if I were to use this in a collage, it would need to go to the side of the page and then at the bottom so that it will not look funny. It could be floating in the middle of a page. It could also go at the top of a page if I wanted. For sure. I like different shapes. I like things that are fluid. Some things are very hard to cut out. I watched Nicole at Relax Cut Clues videos, like I said, I think it was last night. And She has so many intricate fussy cuts sometimes. And I'm like, I know she does it with an X-Acto knife, but I never have very much luck. I don't know if I apply too much pressure or my X-Acto knife is not sharp enough. See, that was fairly easy. But I don't have much luck with it. And I would love to do some more intricate things. I have also been mercilessly culling. So we need to cut the handle, the middle of the handle off. I threw away the bottom of this recycle is starting to fill up with stuff I have culled out. Like some of it was like, I don't even know why I cut this out. And some of it was like, I'm never going to use that. And I can't, and I just, it was things that I don't think anybody will use. But in the moment, it seemed like a good idea when I was harvesting. That's why I try to put a little bit of distance between the first cull and the final cut through. You suck with an X-Acto. I'm not very good at it either. The wheels on the bike go squeak. They do when I put my fat ass on it. I love bicycling though. I don't do mountain biking. I am too old for that. And I am not a roadie. I don't want to have one of those fancy you know, bikes with the click-on pedals and stuff. That's already done. That's for texture. So I'm going to leave it that way for now. So, and I don't necessarily feel I need to square that up because I don't think we're going to use it that way. Let's see. This is a little tiny Wookiee, but see if we can cut around it. He's a wee tiny Wookiee. Well, somebody dressed up as one anyway. Shoot, it moved. It moved. That is one of the big things with little images. So let's see. I'm not live on my own live. Ooh. I don't know if that's coming out very well. Also, I think I have, for whatever reason, when I watch my own lives, YouTube puts me at the lowest quality of the video. I'm like, I can't even see that. It's blurry. Okay, that's with a little better resolution. Let me see if I can. Come on. Oh, too high. There he is, little tiny Wookiee guy. So we'll put that with the little tiny pictures over here. They tend to get lost. Let's cut the edge off that smile. Add that to the pile. Let's see. I just started rolling off from new Christmas jelly plate. Ooh, Adria got a Christmas jelly plate. Woo-woo! Wheels on the bike go, yeah. I love the idea, Adria. I don't know how your neighbors are going to feel about it, though. Okay. So these are apparently world's largest chicken topiary. Wherever this is, Georgia. Let's see. You're going to love our funky small town with wild chickens in the streets. There's way too much to see in only one day, so pack your bags. World's largest chicken topiary. See Big Bart. I have no idea what that is. Third Thursdays, play giant chess. Movies at the Grand. 12 tours. No, really, 14. Maybe more. Wild Chicken Festival in March. Boating, bird watching, biking, horseshoes, kayaking, fishing, and skateboarding. Apparently, Fitzgerald has it going on with the chickens. So I was going to cut out these little images of chickens. They make me think of Brooke. got some chickens out here. I had some oatmeal for breakfast today. I stayed up all night last night and up into I think around noon today, and then I took a little nap. I took like a 3-hour nap. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. I wanted to take enough of a nap that I wasn't cranky for my own life, but also so that not so long that I wouldn't be able to get to sleep tonight. So we can hope. So if you love chickens and you want a wild chicken experience, go to Fitzgerald, Georgia. It's a thing. Someone, let's see. David Soul, Glennis Johns, and nope, I did not see that. Some will need wings, some will need to be shot. Aw. There's some more Wookiees. And I think I've made it so that I can't really. I'm going to try and trim that without cutting off too much of the Wookiee. I think I was originally going to fussy cut them, but I think it's going to be too hard to tell what it is once I fussy cut it. Let's get as close in over here as we can. I'm doing pretty good for such a dull blade. I'm going to leave that 26 there, and we'll try and cover it with something else, because otherwise I'm cutting off the Wookiee legs. Oh, no. Okay, that's already done. And that's just sky for background, so I'm going to consider that done. That's texture. Whoops. So I think we can consider that done. Okay. I wanted to cut her out, I think. So oh, Christian was in an airplane accident. I was hangry and in pain today. Uh-oh. Why were you hangry and in? Did you forget to bring your lunch, or? And what's all this about pain? You didn't fall again, did you? Please tell me you didn't. Or is your back flaring? Al's knee's been giving her shit since it got cold. She's having some problems with it. I'm having a lot of sinus problems myself. We think maybe that the HEPA filters that are like, quote unquote forever filters, nothing is forever, that they're worn out, and there are replacements, but they haven't been put in yet. So, because usually winter is a calm down for my allergies, because it's, cold outside and there's not really much blooming or growing. And even though the daytime temperatures are fairly mild, it's cold enough overall to keep things from blooming. I'm not looking at the screen right now because I'm focusing on not cutting this lady's legs off. All right, down to the last, and then I'll have a look at the comments. See, I have lots of new content coming for Patreon and coffee, different things. There'll be some overlap, but there probably won't be as much Scraps of Joy on Patreon because that's more for the dyed paper. But I do want there to be some on there because it's good content and joy is not a bad thing. Really enjoyed doing Scraps of Joy. It keeps me working daily, even if I have, start to get a little towards my depression. It's good to have something that, for me at least, not everybody. So there we go. We got her all fussy cut out. And I think she'll look great on a page somewhere. Okay. Too busy. Aw, too busy to eat. Oh, that's no good, Carla. You might need a heating pad and some. Welcome back, Steffi. Looks like it was for pads, I think. So you feel protected. Little cup of coffee. That up there. Let's see. All right, that is for just collage water. That's probably actually going to go in our desk cleanup book, so I'll put that in a different pile. Ooh, more finished stuff. Yay. A cowboy boot. A cartoon lady and a rabbit. A starry cowboy boot. That is off of a Gamer magazine. I just thought it was fun. So let's put her on the bottom because that's bigger. I've used a lot of this. I'm going to let this one go. Okay. Oh, see this one? See, that's at risk of getting ripped apart. That can go in our Foodatini. Let's put that in Foodatini. Oof. That needs to be fussy cut out. At least at the top. So probably what I'll do here, hold on. I'm going to let that sit because I'll have to do it at the time it gets used. Otherwise, it'll just get mangled. A bottle of wine, a running happy dog, a jug, and a ski hat and goggles. That is a foodie thing, so we'll include that for the Foodatini. There we go. It's some kind of drink with cherries in it. Look at that. Another little pile already done up for us. Okay. I think this one, I just wanted the little window scene. So I'm going to trim this down to just be the one window, which I actually think ultimately I'm going to cut the middle out of and put something else in. You need your pain meds, but you'll fall asleep. Aw. Sometimes rest is the best medicine. Me too, Adria. Cups of coffee, cups of tea, avocados, apples. For me, I like images of apples. And I have a few other things that I will like almost always cut it out, All right. So I think that's a good crop down. That way I can see if I want to replace the inside with something else or if I just want to use it as is. Pumpkins, yeah. It's a jar. Will the jug work? I don't know because I haven't decided if I'm doing it yet, although I suppose I must decide soon because the first week's going to be over. Coming up pretty quick here, I think. I'm not sure what day of the week she's. There's a little Ferris wheel thing. Oh, there's more. It's a belly with a little tattoo on it. I don't know why I have that. Oh, there's another part of that socky thing. Little tiny, like, I think it's a devil or I don't know. Tattooed guy, just the bottom half, no head. That doesn't look good. We're going to get rid of that. Oh, there's another angry gorilla. Spiky boot. Oh, it's some dudes in a boat. I'm like, is that a crown? What is that? Okay, I'm going to let that one go. A boot, a beer, a dinosaur, a gamer dinosaur anyway. That is a weird, creepy fish. Got a seahorse, some flowers, another Band-Aid, a kitty. Oh, my nemesis, the Nutcracker. Some tequila and some shots. Another Band-Aid. A fro orange. A lady holding up a big giant boulder. These are quite old, I have to tell you. Another beer. Cocktails. I will always cut out cocktails. Native American. That's the Oregon duck from the back. Cartoon. I think that's from maybe the Panda movie. Kung Fu Panda. A pair of glasses. I have these two giant coins. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these. But for now, we're keeping them. And this needs to be finished cutting out. Not a bad little... I didn't realize a lot of the stuff at the end of this was cut out. So I've had a little stash in here the whole time and didn't even know it. So that whole box that I told you, the large side load box that I cut to be like a magazine holder, chock full of... I still have... So, you know, however the width of that is, it was stuffed full of those envelopes. And then there was just a loose pile of stuff that I had stuffed in there when I was moving my stuff for Mike to paint my room before we went on Scaventure. And I just hadn't got back around to it. Anyway, I have emptied out that whole box. This is the last of the stuff for that box. There are other boxes. I may or may not have a... Hi, my name is Amy. And I have an addiction to collage material. I love the randomness of what you get. So I'm going to take these two giant coins. And I'm going to shovel this all over here. And I'm going to turn it around and put it behind me. But it also turns out I have more fussy cuts than I thought. Have I ever told you my 1001 Ways to Die story about how I didn't want to die, but thought I might? I will always take whatever you want to send me, hon. I love getting stuff for collage. The belly looks funny on carousel. Oh, yeah. My nemesis TPP. So, my 1001 Ways to Die. I lived in a small studio apartment. Oh, yeah, that's true. We could do that. With the gorilla and the tattooed guy. Okay, I want to let that one go. Oh, we got a rain gouache and just a guy jumping. But he has stumpy legs, so we'd have to hide them. Distress Your Page. Oh, that came out of... that's supposed to be for collage plotter. And I'm going to tear it down a little bit. I'm probably going to put it for the Clean Your Desk Off journal. So let's tear all the edges off that. Whee! I love tearing things. It's so satisfying. Down there. Okay, so I lived in a little, I called it the little blue house. There was this blue house on the corner in Scottsdale. And it was divided into 4 apartments. one apartment was a garage that was separate, and there was a laundry room attached to it. The front of the house was one apartment. It was the biggest apartment. Then there were two studios, one on the side and one on the back side and one on the front side. Mine faced the laundry room and the garage apartment, which that garage apartment was tiny, tiny. It was one of the tiniest studios I've ever seen. So I had the long, narrow half side of the house. And so a studio apartment. It had a kitchen. So let's say this is my apartment. It would be skinnier than this. So doors here, probably right here. Front of the house is up here. End of the thing, and you could go around the back here to the apartment on the other side of me. So you go in the door right here. This way is just to the end. This is like, so all of this is main open area. This is the kitchen. And this is where there was a door here that was sealed up that was to the front of the house. Bathroom right over here across from that. So I hung some shelves here, and because I had very limited cupboard space. But right here was like a china cat. It was like a set of cupboards that must have been part of the original dining room or something. Cupboards on the front of it, plain on the back. So if you came out of the bathroom and you went in here, refrigerator right here, cabinet doors along here, and then it was a nice big counter surface. So where the end of that cupboard was, all the way to the back apartment, was a fairly big space. So I used some bookcases here to block off the door from seeing where my mattress was in here, where my bed was. And then back here was, I think, a couple of chairs, or it was some kind of seating thing anyway. So I used those bookcases. Well, on top of one of those bookcases, I used to have a collection of little nutcrackers because we went to see the Nutcracker every year at Christmas. And I got out of bed one night to go to the bathroom. And I suppose, in retrospect, I must have bumped the bookcase in some way. At the time, I did not remember that. And I came out of the bathroom to go back to bed, and I stepped my foot onto the Nutcracker on the floor. And it was a little round one. He had a little blue sequin coat. I remember all this because he tried to murder me. I stepped on him, and I was not expecting it. And I went down full body weight, and I weighed a little bit less than I weigh now. I probably weighed around 200. And I went down with all my weight onto the floor. And I'm laying on the floor, and I'm thinking, because at the time, 1001 Ways to Die was a popular show that was on, so I'd seen a bunch of them. I was not in Vegas in 2000. I was in Phoenix. But wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that you had been in Vegas to do that. That's awesome. So I slipped on him. I went down hard. It took me a good 10 minutes to peel myself up off the, like I fell with all my weight of true, did not break my fall in any way because I wasn't awake and it was unexpected and it was dark. And I'm laying on the floor and I think, thank God I didn't die because I didn't want to be on an episode, Death by Nutcracker, Like, and I went to work the next day, and my boss was younger than me when I worked at the big box store. I'm gonna leave that. Oh, the top needs to be trimmed. It's not even. And so people started giving me little nutcrackers all the time, pointing out nutcrackers and stuff like that. It became kind of an ongoing joke. Death by Nutcracker. Needless to say, when I moved, I donated all of my nutcrackers. It was very scary. It's funny now, but I could have hurt myself seriously because I did not in any way. And it's probably good that I wasn't all the way awake because I didn't attempt to brace myself or grab onto any. I just went down. But I'd never taken like a full body, completely out of control fall like that. Like it knocked the wind out of me. It was in that moment that, and then I got up and I turned on the lights and I'm kind of limping around because, I got a thing with my right knee. And I saw the nutcracker and I'm like, son of a bitch. It's funny now. It was not funny at all at the time. Okay, that's a herd of elephants, so we'll keep that. But I think it's as torn as it's going to get for now. If we want to square it up later, we can. I'm always looking for, ooh, and a pair of glasses. I would need to cut out the middles of these. And I think we all know I'm going to do that when I use it, because otherwise it becomes very, very flimsy and easy to destroy. I'm always looking. I try to leave one edge that's straight on everything I cut out. So I can work from there, but I don't always get there. So sometimes I have to make the cuts twice. So that's my death by nutcracker story. A true story of my almost death. I love that apartment though. But when Liam came to live with me, I had to give it up. I probably would have lived there for about 10 years. It was a nice area. It was a cute little apartment. It was just what I needed at the time. All right, I think that is the straight edge, and the top may already be straight as well. We're just going to trim around. I know this side is rough because that's where it came out of the magazine, and the bottom is never straight unless it was at the bottom of the page. So there we go. For winter glue booking. Nobody else death by nutcracker? Yeah, when I was in Phoenix, we went every year to see the nutcracker. I went with a friend with our Christmas tradition. So I saw probably about 7 productions of that. It's fun to go see. I don't enjoy like the movie versions as much, but I love to go see it live. There's just something magical about the ballet, you know? It's worth paying for if you've never had the experience. Because the Nutcracker's not so esoteric that, you know, I think everybody is kind of familiar with the story. It's a good way to start with kids, too, because it's, you know, got the ooh-ah factor of magic at Christmas. All right, some little flowers. Have you ever seen Nevada? Yes, I have. We went to a lot of different kinds of shows while I lived there. We did some music, some ballet. The only thing I've never seen is an opera. I've seen musical theater, though. There's a little tiny moon up there, and you got the desert mesa beauty kind of thing. I'm going to get rid of that. Hi, Sabrina. How you doing? I think that's awesome that you were for whatever reason, it didn't register. I'm sure you told me before, but it didn't stay in my brain. I think that is amazing that you were in the Nutcracker and other stuff, probably. That's some talent right there. I love the idea of ballet, but I was not very disciplined as a young person. And ballet, being about a ballerina, is certainly a lot of dedication. Uh-oh, I tried to do its thing. Haven't seen you in a while, Miss Sabrina. How you doing? Another lifetime ago, right? So we're getting some flowers in. I think this is the straight edge. So we're I'm going to cut this down some. There's just a piece of tea-dyed paper in there for some reason. Well, let's put that over there. We will reuse it in something else. Okay. And then that's already torn, so we'll leave that the way it is. You had bad form? I'm sure I would have. You were a pudgy kid? I wasn't pudgy till I hit my teens. I was, as a small child, I was super skinny. But and I know because I'm up here yakking to you, you're not going to believe me. I was incredibly shy and withdrawn as a child. So I did not go in for group activities. I would wager to say overall I am a difficult person. And I think you can quiz Els on this. I can be quite difficult to live with. I actually prefer to live alone when I can. But people need other people. And with depression, sometimes living alone is not the best thing. This could be good for a winter glue book. It's just a snow scene with the sky. Let's see. Oh, little animals. There's a little frog right there. I'm going to try to cut, or not, or I'm just going to try and use the scissors. I think we've lost the cow because I cut into the... Christine, how you doing? Rebecca! Krabby's in the house. You have no rhythm. Oh, me either, Rebecca. Me either. Probably would have been good if I could have gotten into some kind of sports. It might have built my confidence a little. But I was incredibly, incredibly shy as a child. But also, for some reason, very angry. So we get a little javelina. Let's see. I think I want the frog because you know me and toads and frogs. And off this side. There he is. Big toad right on the... Oh, yeah. Boys will do that sometimes. Okay. Let's see. There's a bunny down here and a little... I think it's I'm not sure what it is. Maybe an antelope? Some deer-like creature. I just cut that a little crooked. Trying to follow the lines. I'm not a very good... My whole world skews a little bit to the side. Okay. And then, do we want the bunny right there? I think that's a hare. I don't think that's a bunny. Hey, bunny. And then a herd of some kind of, looks like deer. Yeah, it's deer. I can see all their little, it's a bunch of male deer. They all have antlers. Antlers, antlers. Nice racks, huh? All right, look at all that scrap we can get rid of. Oh, that's a jackrabbit. Okay. Where the deer and the antelope play. I can't sing. Oh, so you like the attention from that's, but you still have to be good to get, you know. And that takes dedication and hard work. But it's good that you didn't let boys distract you, because you know what I've learned at this late date in life? It would have been far better to pursue my own interests. And if somebody came along, great, but not to center so much of my life around being in a relationship. I gotta tell you. All right, so we've got a little beach umbrella thing over here, but I'm gonna tear this down some. And maybe even it up just a little bit. Summer journaling, it's a thing. I wish if I could impart one thing into young girls. This is a great picture, but it's got that big that I can't cut around. So okay, we already have a bunch of those. We saw them yesterday. Just a dude. I think I thought it might be fun to put him you know, somebody else's legs and stuff on him. I like mix and match people. It can be fun. Also from a gamer magazine. Apple. Just a man's legs in shorts. Dirty shorts. Mud splattered. And then we got a pineapple and so I think that's chocolate. So we've got a little branch of stuff. And a naked lady hailing a cab. So those are already done. Let's finish cutting this guy. We'll probably cut it down some. Not quite so tall. Apple! I wish that most young girls understood that they're better off cultivating their female friendships and doing things that interest them. I've seen many young girls at this point in my life, you know, they just seem to get distracted all about relationships. And then later in life, they're like, I wish I'd done this or I wish I'd done that. But so-and-so, you know, whoever was in their life at the time, that's already torn and ready to go. Oh, here's another ballet foot. There we go, Adria. We've got a lady doing some stretching over there. A couple of peoples that we can put on the edge of a page maybe. And a creepy little snowman. Tiny, creepy little snowman. He is tiny. I told you I got a thing about apples. Okay, that is, I think, I'm trying to tell if it's not even. It's not. I thought it was. It's not. I can see the wavered edge. Awfully. I have to go down just a little bit farther. Start in the middle. There we go. I'm going to cut off the darker edge of this because you start to get too dark to tell what it even is. And then we'll trim up the bottom if we're lucky. It's just some tea lights glowing. But we got to have a straight edge if we can. There we go. I still think this is a little bit off over here. Third time's the charm, maybe. The rest we're just going to have to try with the scissors. It's too close to the edge and the paper's just flimsy enough. Okay, I think I got it where I could use it in something. Oh, all shoes. I got a thing about shoes. Oh boy. Let's see. We got some legs. Two people wearing one snuggie. A shopping Tyrannosaurus Rex. Some pineapple. And a jug. So I've got a jar and a jug. Oh, there's something else. Oh, part of a rocket. Let's see what. Oh, a guy with a big gun. Ha 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 ha. A lady in a towel. An exercisey lady. What else do we have in here? Oh, a girl with braided hair. Okay. That guy might be for my Aries collage. A shop Rex. You mold them to your feet with a hairdryer. Oh, really? Looks like a Gainer Minden brand point shoe. Oh, that doesn't sound like fun. Does it hurt when you do that? Like, how hot does that get? I mean, it's a hairdryer, but I've burnt my scalp with a hairdryer. Like, made it feel too hot. I guess your feet toughen up, though, huh? With all the grueling things you must do to them. A little ladybug there for some good luck. This nice big image. I'm just going to trim up the edge here. It's a little bit uneven. I don't want to cut off too much of those flowers in the foreground, though. That's part of the reason I cut out the picture. But I think I am going to cut it down to right about here. And we can have two different sorts of pictures there. Oh, what else do we have? More people lined up. They were probably all together at one point. A dinosaur head. Another glass of beer. Just the middle part of a lady. A guy on a horse. Old guy face. I think that's a skirt. Just the bottom half of a man's face. From a Gamer magazine. That's from a National Geographic. Another jug or vase or amphora maybe. Oh, there's a person in a mask. A guy on a bicycle. Some image from a game. Bighorn sheep. Kid fishing. Look at how happy that kid is. Look at how happy he is. A candle with smoke. Part of a hairbrush. A little bit crazy. Oh, it's hands. It looks weird just separate from that. It looks like it's hair going out to the sides, but it's hands. Part of a napkin. What do we got here? Well, that's from one of those Las Vegas magazines. A satellite. What else do we have? A bear. Okay. Just an odd collection of things. You never wore that brand? I think that would, after a while, it would have to hurt a little bit. Just because you're putting it, I don't know how long it takes for it to fit either. It's very ethereal with the fog and the mountains. Okay. It's Boobies. I know that's why we kept it, because it's Boobies. And we're nothing if not juvenile around here. Okay, let's try and even up that bottom. Or do we even want this? No, I'm going to let that one go. I can't really tell what that is, so we're going to let that go. Oh, here's a nice... This one got wet at some point, though. It is... I'm going to let it go, because it's had water dumped on it, or it got... I don't know. I don't know what happened. Heart of glass. Good is invisible. Is it, though? I think it might sneak up on you. So I've been catching up on some YouTube videos. Before yesterday, I hadn't watched a YouTube video or really gone to a live. I went to Rosemary's live yesterday and watched it. She's doing that assemblage thing, which is pretty cool. It's very nice. A sheep, a satellite, and a stripper. Yeah, sounds like a joke in the making, right? Okay, you got the word dream. I'm gonna go ahead and trim that up. It's pink. Oh no, not the pink. All right. Oh, and here's the word weaver. Dream weaver. All right, let's get this cut out. With the letters as a guide, it's a little easier to get it. Straight-ish. And there we go. Sounds a sheep, a stripper, and a satellite. Sounds like a guy walked into a bar kind of joke, you know. Got the letter A here, which is pretty cool. We may cut that down later closer to the letter, but for now, that is good enough. I don't think I want the word, oh, fall. Fall is okay. I thought it was fail, and I'm like, no. I don't think I want to keep that juju in my life. We all have things that don't work out. That does not make us failures. Okay, we've got thrilling. Doing this part's a little bit like watching paint dry. You have to concentrate on it. It's hard to yak. Uh-oh, now I did it. I didn't go low enough for the G. Now I got to do that whole thing all the way around. Do 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 do. And thrilling. Woo! Okay, I'm not sure what to do about that heat. Maybe I'll just cut out the individual letters. I'm going to leave it on the page for now because later I won't be like, the letters will not stay together. So for now, that's as far as we'll go with that. They're wiggly letters. They're fun. Okay, beach scene, but I think it dips down too far. Oh, I did it again. There we go. That'll work. Beach scene. Okay, let's get rid of those. I gotta vacuum my room tomorrow. He's out of control. Okay, what do we got here? I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. Well, if I don't know what it is, I don't need it, right? Look at that. Okay, now I'm going to share a secret with you. We're not going to work on this right now because you might come through the screen and kill me. This is also unprocessed collage stuff from the same box. I'm going to go ahead and slide it out. Now this, oh, I guess I might have some, hold on. Okay. Go ahead and get rid of that. I started by, it was sitting by my desk, you know, as I processed things. And I shoved some stuff in there, and I shoved some stuff in there, and I shoved some stuff in there. And this went on for like, I don't know, let's just call it a while. So there is a whole other pile to work on, which I will work on later tonight. But that's the last bit out of that one box. Now, let me bring up. Okay, here we go. My chair is all squeaky. It's very exciting. Oh, that's that kid's fishing line. I was like, is that a piece of paper that needs to be? So it's gotten a little out of control because I've had to move it several times. So here we go. We're going to turn it on its. There is a lot jammed in there, guys. So we have I have processed a ton of collage materials. And we let the bear get away. And that's not even all of it, because there's like these things here that I wanted to use. They're like intercom things. I thought it might be fun to use in the serial killer collage. And then there's a whole pile of, like, there's some words there, but check it out. There's like all this whole little big, this big little pile of probably about 50 images of tiny things. And then there's some words off to the side over here. And I put some for the other, you know, there's more. But wait, there's more. Alice has been on a bit of a Temu binge, I'm going to tell you. But it benefited me a little bit. Hold on, I got to get a drink. Okay. It's not soda. It's that clear American, that sparkling water with flavor. The wild cherry is really sweet. The black cherry is less sweet. I need something not white. Hold on. Let's I got some scrapbook paper over here for the ugly scrapbook journals. Yeah, so with the Scraps of Joy, or anybody who's going to maybe go along on this journey, you do not have to do it every day like I am. You can do it once a week. You could do it once a month. You could do it whenever the urge strikes you. I am trying to create a daily practice for myself. So this is, there we go. This one is Pagan. It's a tree of life kind of thing. You can kind of see the spirals. So it's kind of like a goddess, but it's also the tree, and it smells funny. Let me put that back in the bag so that it stays safe. So this is for jelly printing. Hi, Mari. How you doing? Welcome. Great to see you. Happy Fri-Yay. I hope everything's going good for you. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just stack this over there and we will put it in the bag after the live. We'll just put it up here on my bed. And then she got me this one. And then she bought a set of generic kind of stuff. Like it had, I think, some animal prints and some. It was like 8 or 10 stencils, maybe 12. Okay. Anybody guess what it is? Although there are flowers in there, it is not. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good. Awesome, awesome. That's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? It is, in fact, a Medusa. There you go. Mari's got it. Yay! So it is a Medusa. And everybody, I think, knows I kind of have an affinity for gorgons. And this is the last one, which I'll go ahead and take it out so it's not so shiny in the wrapper. These she got to fuel my jelly plating. So there's that one. That's probably not the most, probably not a contrast. Let's try this brown one, maybe. There we go. I know, it'll be fun, right? So there's that one. So she had this, let me see if I can borrow it from her and show you. I asked her to order me one, and I gotta remember after this live to PayPal her the $4 for it. Let me be right. Let me be right back. I has good English. I are a college graduate. You know. Now, some of you may have already seen these because she's shown it on her channel. So probably most of you have seen it. But I really was quite taken by, I guess I should have left this up here. Okay. So here's kind of just a random design one. And then there is a spider web one, and you know I love me some spider webs. Hexagons and bees things. I probably won't ever use the bee, but I do like the, this one's a wood grain one. And that's just fun. I can't wait to use that on a jelly plate. Now these are not mine. I gotta wait for mine to come. It's got kind of a spiral in there. Then just kind of a wispy wavy one. And So those will be coming someday from Temu. I don't know how long Temu takes. But I saw it and she's like, well, I thought you could use it for jelly plating. And I said, are you giving it to me? And she said, no, it's for out here because we have a collection of stencils out there. I'm like, I can't clean between. There's not enough time in between putting it on the jelly plate or, you know, if I use it for jelly printing, it's ruined for her. Is it the odd couple, Oscar and the other guy? She's the neat one. I'm the messy one. So let me take these back out real quick. So I do have a set of these coming, which I think will be very fun on the jelly plate. Give us new possibilities and just some fun things. Thank you. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Can't get over how big that pile of collage stuff is. Felix and Oscar, there it is. I'm whichever one is the messy one. Okay, so let me try and move some of this stuff out of the way over here. I've got some words and an actual Band-Aid. Okay, that should go on my desk. Oh, that's important. I need that for my first day of my Scraps of Joy. I have not worked on Scraps of Joy yet today, so it'll be after this live when I make the first video. Okay. And I'm going to put those down there so they don't get mixed in with the big. Oh, and there's another tiny, tiny image. Tiny images everywhere. All right. And then I'm doing all that cutting. I just have a pile of debris. All right, let's see how long we've been on. Give us a time frame for what we got going on. Okay, not bad. Hour 20 minutes. So we got still about 2 hours to go. Unless you guys get bored, at which point you should say, we're bored. Just stuck with me through the boringest part, which is that last little bit of collage stuff. Okay, so I'm going to move this for a little bit. Oh, look, it's my hair all over the place. Set that right down there. Okay. The book is starting to lay funny. I don't know if do I have a bunch of stuff stuck? I do. I have a bunch of stuff stuck right in here. Let me pull that out of there. Well, that's a little better. Look how chunky this is. He's so chunky. And look at all the stuff that's sticking out of it. Even on the bottom, we got stuff sticking out of it. That's not bad, though. I want it to be visually interesting. And we got stuff all sticking out of the sides. Probably more as time comes on. Oops, that's not the right place. He's chunky. Steffi, I love chunky. I'm going to redo the front. I hated that page, so I ripped it off there. I just couldn't take it anymore. We're looking for our repair kit. So this is our serial killer journal, and this is what we used to work on Fri-Yay. What do we got going on here? Do we have... Okay. I might run that through the typewriter and type some stuff onto it. And it needs a little tab, right? It needs a little tabby tab. So we'll have to think about what we want to. She needs her abalone and a couple of little other things. This piece is all done. I've added in a girl here, but it needs a little something more. I have an idea for this page, but I'm not sure how to execute it just yet. This one is all done. This is one of our more mixed media ones, you know, like I did this off of a pin on Pinterest. I kind of did my own take on it. So I really like that page though. And then we have all of this needs some evidence and maybe some outlining. I did ink, but I'm thinking of doing just some very kind of quick, kind of messy outlining. So we got a little information from our out of body book, the book about different things in murder. It defines some things, so we did asphyxiation here, and then on the back of this we have some. This page is done. And I like the way it turned out as well. We got a fair balance of things here. We've, you know, this page not done. I have some ideas for finishing this out though. I love this orange color. Love, love. I have some more of this. I won't be using it in this book, but that page is not done yet. But we're not doing anything on this page. I think we were just going to do some words or maybe a little journaling spot there for scribbling our serial killer stuff on. Over here we've got the Driscoll House Hotel. And I was going to do some cutouts on here, so I haven't put anything on the other side, pending doing that. I'm still not sure what to put in there. You know, we have this that we got out of the box of, it's traveling in Amsterdam. So we were going to do a little something with this for one of our murders. For transparency. I'm still looking for an image to put under there, I think. I can't get that out of there, but there's nothing on it. So this still needs work too. This kind of reminds me of the 80s, you know, with the exercise outfits and stuff. And we do need information on the back of this about this page is complete. But nothing. Oh, I think we were going to do something with this. I'm thinking about making it into a pocket and sliding a couple things in it this way. Still trying to decide what I want up here. And I think I might put some trim on this page to reinforce this edge. Like a strip of fabric of some sort. Because I have else. We need to glue or staple that back down. It's coming loose. And there's a lot of stuff in here. This is full on both sides of cards for victims, which need their keepsakes, which is going to make it even chunkier. I think there's 2 on each side, but they're both sided, you know. They're double sided, both sided. Oh my God, I can't even believe I said that. So this just needs to be maybe with something like a different kind of glue that's, or I could staple it, you know. We like the messy look around here. Nothing here yet. Hard to believe we still have some totally blank pages in here. This one's not done. It definitely needs some keepsakes. But I like where it's going so far. It needs some more gold stuff because her lipstick and eye makeup is leaning towards gold. We do have a jelly print back there that's kind of, it reminds me of winter a little bit, and a little chunk of map. And I got the, I think we did this last time we were in here. A little bit of photo negative. I need a little picture for in there that I just haven't found the right one yet. I think this one is mostly done. Nope, we still got the little card to do, and it needs a little tabby tab. So, still working on that. Oh, we got to flip out over here. I haven't sat and just looked through the book in a while. I don't really like this. I think I'm going to cover it up. Where it needs something else, but I'm not sure what. I do like the way this page turned out. And we've got a little card in here. Could use some information on the back about what's going on in that field. So, spoiler alert, there might be a body buried there. There's our eyeball one. We may wind up with more eyeball collages or additional. This one is finally done, I think. I added in an agate there, and we've got our card that we did. It slides right in there. Ooh, okay, and this one is finally done. With the exception of I might add on a few embellishments still. I want to put something in the middle here. So basically, if they could talk, these are all the, they each have a name and a crime or a job. A reason why we might have murdered them. Okay, so I'm working on this now. I found this postcard and I'm going to attach it with some twine. So it folds out like this. And then I'm working with these images and I got to find a couple more. So this is going to be a card. And I've got this picture too. Put a little tab on there and it still needs a little something because it's too bright with the orange. But that goes inside here. That's a pocket. And a couple of little skeletal leaves there. Nothing on that side. I'm not sure what I was thinking of doing with that. Not sure at all. Got a couple of little things in here. This has a vintage postcard with some stuff stapled to the back. And this needs a little something for the back. But those are the... And that was off a shirt that we got just for the serial killer journal, some buttons and other stuff. But nothing on the back. There's our mouths. Every time I open it up, I'm like, oh, we can't have that much left. But we do. But we've done so much in here. Like, this is our flippy flappy pages. We've got, you know, there's a flip out here. And then it also, oh my gosh, I could shove something up under there. This is very layered and has a lot of stuff going on. There's the other side. But wait, there's more. It flips up this way. This, I feel like it still needs a little work. It needs a little something. I may put something on there that hangs down a little bit because we've got all that room. And this still needs a victim picture, I think. We've got some nice lace. I have a couple other fabric elements I want to add here. And I think it needs a picture. And then we go over here. And look, there's more flippy flippies. This is when we got carried away. I got carried away with flippy outies. I kind of wish I hadn't glued down that edge now. But it is what it is. So yeah, so that's a whole thing. I love the layers, and it's got texture, and this needs a lot of work. I'm not sure where I'm going with that, but I'm not ready to be done with that yet. This is the start. It needs a little more. We were doing very muted. We pushed it back with white paint, but it still needs a little something. I want to keep working with very muted. So I might take some black and white photos or something and add to this. We have kind of our evil eye thing going here, and I think I'm going to frame it with pictures. I had an idea for this, but I need to get some statistics before it's going to be about population. And we got a little flip up there, which I think, oof, I'm just slowly pushing all this stuff off. Let me move this for a minute to not have it fall off the, because it's, now that we have all the other stuff in here, this feels a little plain up here. So we might add just a smidge to that. But I have an idea for the front of this, which involves ransom letters and statistics. Okay, and then these images here are going to go on this whole section right here. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And possibly this page is all for this, and maybe a couple other images. I just need to sort through some stuff. So we may have, and there may be flippy flappy. We may yet still make this more big oven. I'm thinking of cutting this out and putting like flames in there. You know, a la Hansel and Gretel kind of thing. That page needs work. That page is snaky. And then we've got this page here, which definitely we need some keepsakes and some fabrics and maybe some assemblage pieces out of the assemblage box. But we've got some victims going on here. We need to do some circling with a big red pen over here, because not all of these, you know, obviously it's a panel out of but that goes in the envelope over here. And then this flips over here, and this needs stuff too. So, nothing on the back. We have so many naked pages, and I'm thinking this is going to be so huge when it's done, but it's too late to rip any pages out. And you can see where it's thick at. It's thick here where we added in all of that stuff. It's thick here where we added in all of that. And there's still more coming. It's thick right in here where we've got all of this stuff. And that's not bad. I mean, and what we'll do at the end is we will cinch the hell out of this with some kind of, and I have also an idea for the back here with, I picked out a stick. So, well, let's see, where were we at where I finally finished that one page. I hated this page. I have to tell you, I really, really hated this page, but I think it all came together in the end. I originally just had the pictures and a few things added in, and I just kept adding things until I got happier with it. Still not 100% happy, but it could be worse. Like I said, I think it still needs just a few assemblage pieces. So, should we pick a blank page and try something tonight? Or do you guys have something in mind that you'd like to see? Any suggestions for our serial killer book? I wonder, blank in front. Got that one that's blank. Okay, with that. extra piece. I think you should put a creepy baby face. A creepy baby face? Let me get to the, I think that's over here. Okay, so behind the spine, you think it's creepy baby face? Let me take that off there. Creepy baby face. Oh, in this part up here, you think there should be a creepy baby face? All right, well, let me pull this stuff. Hold on. I think I have some creepy baby stuff inside the serial killer box. I just need to move a couple of things. But that does sound like a cool thing to at least try out. But it sounds like it could totally work. I have all these pictures for the Foodatini, so I'm going to get in there. I might as well put this Foodatini stuff in the Foodatini, which we will be working on next Tuesday. Okay. Oh, there's a little bit more food. And that's all quote unquote new food for the Foodatini. Oh, there's a little creepy Dia de los Muertos. Kids dressed up for the... That's not food, though. Okay. All right. I got to the Foodatini. Let's go ahead and put that in the Foodatini. Oh, it's a little big. Okay. There we go. Oh, I found some more small images that fell down over the side. Good Lord. Okay, we'll put those over there. Oh, not my back scratcher. Oh, then I saw it in my back itch. Darn it. It's psychosomatic. The minute I see it, my back starts itching. Oh, pardon the scratching noise. But a back scratcher is an awesome thing. Oh, love a good back scratcher. They're so unforgiving, so you get a good scratch from it. Okay, there is our serial killer box. All right. We've got lots of stuff in here. Ooh, there goes the transparency. All right, I'm going to move the book briefly, and that way you guys can see what I'm sorting through. So we'll move that out of the way for a moment. Okay. So I'm going to start by moving this fabric out of the way. I've added a whole bunch of fabric scraps and some stuff from taking a book. I'm going to put this on the cover. Let me hold that out so we can try it out in a couple of spots and see how we like it. This is probably for our next iteration. 24 photo Instamatic. So we can put little pictures in there, even if they're faux pictures. I thought that would be fun. So let me move all this stuff off to the side. Some sticky dots. This is where some of the stuff in the book comes from. It's a book called The Body in Question. I thought these might be fun eventually in one of the books. I'm so ready for version 2.0, but I don't want to run away from 1.0 without finishing it, you know. Some hair barrettes. We'll keep those on hand. The girl with her fingers on her head looks like a psychic trying to find the body. Oh, that could be a thing. I'd have to pull that out, huh? Okay. These were also for the cover. I need to get my E6008 out. It's oh my God. You know what I mean. Okay. Pieces of stuff. There's a little face in there. Okay. I think there are some baby doll things in here. Otherwise, I'm trying to think of where I would have baby doll things while I'm doing this. There, I finally found the matchbooks. Got some metal pieces. I thought these, some of these things down here like this would be good for a layered collage. Got some wire mesh that I thought we might use. I thought these would be good in one of the serial killer books to put stuff from victims in and clip it into one of the rings because the next one is going to be ring bound. Got some, a little bit of fur for one of the pages. I have got a broken cabinet card that I thought we could use. And just a weird picture. Okay. I feel like we had, or at least some creepy people. That's our eyes and mouths and stuff. This is all black and white photos. Ooh, that's nice lace. You know what? That would look good on that one page that's all muted and stuff, right? Maybe a piece of that. Let's hold that back. Let me put that with the book. It's never bad to sort through your stuff. I haven't been through this box in a while. Okay, we've got some bloody pictures. Okay. All right, let's keep looking because we may find a face we like just as well as a baby face. I just haven't looked in a while. We've got lots of extra pieces to be working with for sure. Oh, let's leave that be. Oh, that could be, let's put that aside for something else. Lots of journals to make coming up. Okay. We've got some astronomy stuff. So, what else do they want to talk about? How many of you guys were in Rosemary's Live last night? She's making some really neat stuff. I gotta say. It's nice to see her do something besides. I think these are too big, but let's keep those out for a minute. We do have a little baby right here, so we might be able to use something like that. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay. I think I need to take this out of the, no, because I have kind of an idea, but probably not for this book. All right, I got to move some of this or it's going to fall right off there. And I really, really don't want it to fall off there. It's a lot of stuff to pick up. Right, we still have a couple of window frames. Oh, this fun trim, right? I'm really looking forward to using that somewhere. Da, 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 da. I've got another vintage postcard right there. Okay, here's another baby. Although I think we did decide at some point that definitely we were not. Hey, I got another cabinet card that I didn't know I had. Where is the, I'm going to grab the transparency out of there if I can find it. There you. Okay. Where are you? Here we go. Okay. So I can see how big the space is that we need to fill. Okay. So let's move this for a second. Maybe we could precariously stack a few more things. And I think that that's not going to work for those. So I don't know. We could almost just put the baby face in there. We'll keep looking, but that's an option for sure. Okay, so let's set that right there so we don't lose it. Okay. Okay, I need that. I have an idea for that. More jewelry. You know what I can't find is the box of jewelry that was sent to me. I don't think I have found that yet. I'm still looking for a face about the right. Okay, I'm gonna try that one. Okay, let's just see what we've got in here. We're getting towards the bottom, and most of this is bigger stuff. Do, 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 do. Some nice ones. Lots and lots of map pieces. I like maps though. Maps are fun. Okay, there are some. Let's take these off the bottom here. These are some bigger faces we might be able to use. Okay. Oh, that's fun. It won't work for this though. Okay. So it's not like we have a lack of things to work with, and there's piles of stuff that we can work with. I don't want to put that all the way back down on the bottom though. Okay. Let's set that down there. Now let's see about, I thought maybe her. Okay. Okay. Okay, that would cut off that part of the picture. So let's go ahead and fold that over. So she might kind of sort of work just I would probably fussy cut her out and then place her there. Now let's see about one of these other faces. So we'd try and keep the I think of all of them, I like her the best. What do you guys think? So I think for me, it's down between this baby, where we could be kind of foreshadowing what happens to this baby as an adult. Or we could do the girl. Anybody? Did I put everybody to sleep? Are y'all bored to death now? So those are our choices, A or B. A or B. Where you like the girl? Steffi G says either one. I think all my creepy baby stuff must be in the creepy collage journal instead of the serial killer. Let's go ahead and remove that. Let's see how she looks kind of cut down. We want to try and avoid white paper as much as possible, I think. Okay. I've got all kinds of little grubbies from. So that's what it would kind of look like. And that's pretty easy, honestly. Okay, let's see how that looks on the page. Come this way, little journal. Let me get a look at this on the live. I think I kind of like it. I think that's gonna work. All right, so we're gonna need the stapler. I'm gonna move something again. Pardon me, everybody. So I don't spill anything. Because the stapler is near the bottom, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah. Okay, so we want her to more or less be right there. We're going to pull her off there. So need, because I want to glue her on and then staple this over it. You won't really be able to see any of that with the transparency, but it gives me an idea of where to place her. And then maybe ink up those edges too. Everybody got quiet. Are you guys in your late night Fri-Yay coma? Or did all the sorting bore you to death? Okay. And we're gluing. Yay, gluing. Trying to go to bed at a decent hour tonight because I have some things out in the garage that I really, really need to get done. And, all right, real quick before this is completely immovable. I think I need to push her up just a smidge. But it's too late already. Okay. We'll make it work. Okay. Okay, so I want to get that. I really want that to be as close to the edge as I can. Okay. Okay. We do have some stuff on the other side, so we have to be careful. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sticking 2 pages together. Let me. I think I've glued this in here. Oh dear. Come on. Oof. Okay. Let's staple that right there. Oops, I missed it. All right, we'll pull that other staple out of there. So you want to go just below that one. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and slide that back in there. Oh boy. I think I might need to trim this a little bit. Okay, because I'm gonna trim it just like a quarter of an inch. Okay. And it's okay if it's a little lifted over here, because I really don't have a way to get a staple all the way down there, I don't think. Maybe, let's see. I don't think I can get it any closer than that, though. Haha. I win the stapling game. Now remember, we're a serial killer, not necessarily an artist. So we go with what we have to work with. Okay. Oof. Woo. And your glue and strip together for your framework. Nice. That's a serial killer expert. I don't know about expert, but I am interested in it. Oh, working and lurking. That's a good thing. You get more done if you're not like in the box all the time. I swear to you. Being in the box is like a job. Okay, so let me see. But I think when I glued the edges down, it's just a little bit, which is going to mean re-inking this. But I think if we cut off just that much, it will be okay, and it will slide in a little better. It's no good if you got to struggle to get it in there every time. I'll wind up ripping something, you know. Just adding some ink in some spots where it doesn't have much. Might as well grunge it up while I'm in here, right? All right, let's see if we can get that in there just a wee bit better now. Yeah, that's better. I think it was just too tight before. Okay, we'll need to put some stuff in to kind of cover up the staples. Now let me look at this on the screen and see if I likes it. I'm gonna get myself. I'm not live. I'm like waiting for it to come up, and I'm like, it's far away. Okay, let me move that over into the screen a little better. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's a little bit weird. We're getting a glare right here. Let me see about moving that light for a second. Without the glare, I mean, the light's not as great, but I do like it. I think I like it a lot. I think it was a good use of an x-ray. And we can kind of see the buttons down our coat. Now, I may do something up here just above this to, you know, what do we have? We pulled out all that trim. Let me put the stapler in here out of the way. Move the box. It's like Jenga in my room. Most of you know that, though. Most of you have been around long enough to know it is Jenga in my room. Because we have got... Okay, I'm going to put the light back now, even though it's a little glary, because I need it to work. I'm slowly going blind over here. Okay, so we don't need the dots right now. I'm going to grab up some of this other stuff. Oh, I really like that. I think that's not right for this, though. I love that trim. Let's see what else we've got. We could layer a couple of pieces. We do have this, which is off the spine of a book. What if we layered this stuff up? What if we put this over this? Well, let me look at it. Do we like that? I might need to grunge that up a little bit, though. Christina, you like it? Well, we've had that transparency in there since the very beginning. I knew I wanted to use it. And this is actually the rest of it right here. I think. Or maybe it's off the bottom. No, it's off the bottom. So we will use that somewhere else, you know. Maybe we'll use it as a bookmark or something. I don't know. We'll see. What do we want? What else could we do? That's not right for this part. I don't think Rick Rack says the right thing about this portion of the journal. Not Rick Racky. Oh, I dropped something. Oh, there it is. It's another piece of that. I do like this stuff, but we just use some over here, so I don't think I want to use the same exact thing. That's very sequiny, but I don't think that's right for there. Okay. Oh, look at this nice drapey lace we have. Not for here, but it'll be fun somewhere. This is very soft. That's a bit stretchy too. Guess you could, if you had a tiny butt, you could make some sexy underpants out of that. I do not have a tiny butt. Oh, and that's nice. I may keep that for the next iteration. As a backdrop, where you lift it up to see what's underneath. Love that piece. Okay, so this one is a little bit longer. What if we added that on there and then on this half? I'm thinking we just want the smaller piece. So briefly, I'm going to turn the book around because it'll be easier to work on the top from this side. I am thinking. Okay. Now, the question is, do we want to grunge it up? I think we want to grunge it up. So which way do we want it to go? And do we want to trim any of this off? No, I think we want it to look rough, like we took it off something maybe she was wearing or that she owned. So just going to grunge this up. Am I on the screen? Can you guys even see what I'm doing? There we go. Just catching the... Trying to hit mostly the stitching, but it's okay if some other parts of it get a little grungy also. Okay, and then over here, I'm going to put some grunge onto this piece. This is, you know, when you take apart the book, This is the part that here is glued to the book, and this is where the pages are sewn in. I had some that came out in a pretty good strip, but we want to do the other side because it's going to stick out above on the page behind it. I think we want to grunge up this side too. Okay. Now, if we put that on top, what did I do with? I had a, ow. I have a small container full of, hold please, little bits and bobs. Okay, Amy, what did you do with it? Hold please. Oh, I found my good ink pad. Woo woo. Come to mama. Okay, what do we got up here? Oh, that's for the footatini. Let's drop that right in there, shall we? Because later I'll be like, where'd that page go? All right, let's see if this is for also the footatini. Nope, that is something else entirely. They were like little metal pieces, and I probably put them someplace safe. I hate it when I put stuff in a safe place. Okay, but if I took them out of here, I remember throwing away the, hold on, I'm having a memory. I'm remembering something. But what then did I do with, ooh, that's disgusting. It's glitter and stuff. Oh. What then did I do with all the little pieces? Where would I have put those? I wouldn't have thrown them out. Which means I put them in a little container of some sort. Okay, well, we can always add it on later. I was just thinking it might be easier if we could do it all at once now. Okay. And I don't think this is the right. I think that's not in keeping with. I'm thinking little buttons, little tiny buttons, or some black buttons like what's on her coat here. So we can add those on later though. Let's go ahead and we've got it nice and grungied up. It is too white. Mari is correct. Too new and shiny. Let's go ahead and I think I struggle a little bit with like doing the pages and telling the story of the pages because I'm worried that people will get offended. Oh, I didn't need to go all the way down with that. Shucky darn. Well, once it dries, it will be fine. Okay, but let me get a paper towel from my stash of paper towels. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to put some just right along the back of this. And I'm going to leave the strings hanging down as much as possible. If they obscure part of the picture, that's just part of the charm, right? Do I want that on the, I think I want that on the bottom. So let's do like this. All right. Let's just add that right on there. And then we're going to want to hold that for a second. Old glue went under the transparency, but I think that'll be fine. Let me get the lid back on that. But yeah, I think maybe some little, like 2 or a black button. Usually it's odd, so 5, 3, 1. See what it looks like on the other side. That looks okay, I think. All right, let's flip her around and see how it looks right side up. Okay. All right. That's going to need to dry for a minute. While that's drying, let's move it over. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. It is going to need just a tiny bit. As soon as I find those buttons, I will tell you what. And we'll do something with that. But we've got some other stuff over here. Let's move these over. Okay. So we've got some. Okay, now I did want to stick some trim in here. But that's right. I'm looking for, so I was looking at this picture and there are some white curtains in here. And I was thinking, what if we killed him? Not only because we wanted the Airstream trailer, as you recall, that was the original reason for cutting this image out, was that we liked his Airstream. But then I was looking in the window and I see this little white curtain here. And I thought, well, what if that's made out of the dress of a girl he killed? So I was looking for pictures of girls in white dresses. And I just haven't found quite the right one yet. But that's, I think, where I'm going with that. I will add the picture of the girl to the map side. Put a little trim here for the, I'm going to do something that's like this curtain here. It's very plain. So I'm thinking just like a sheer summer dress, you know. And then we'll have some other information. There's Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Which we may, you know, we may circle that. That could be, you know, kind of, there's Los For the murdery stuff, we probably want to be out away from major. But I thought, what if we killed him because he killed somebody else? Hey, Roseanne, how you doing? How is everybody? So yeah, so I need some trim, some white dress trim. And I need a nice picture of a girl in a dress, which I think we're going to put like right over here. And honestly, even though I put the somewhere over here is where the actual I always lose it. There's another Luna. So we may, and it might be 2 or 3 pictures. We might do some kind of flippy foldy thing. Yeah, the flippy foldy thing. Right? So we may circle several towns. I'm going to get in here and kind of, I do like the idea of Truth or Consequences. There's Cloudcroft over here. Hey, there's a Moriarty up here. Luna. So there's some fun stuff in here. But I left this up so I could put some trim. But now that I've looked at, I've had the idea with the curtains. I think I got to run with something white. And we'll probably stain it with a little blood and make it a little dirty. And I think I have some white sheeting around that we might be able to use. So we have this, and it needs something on the back. I didn't want to cut out the word enjoy off this. We're doing a little desk cleanup as we go. But I think we reached a point with the serial killering. They have to maybe not be so, because they're not telling a story about it, you know, because I'm afraid of somebody coming at me with me for being insensitive and stuff. This is just a mind exercise. I'm not advocating people murder other people. I think we've all had the urge and kind of understand that. Oh, I think this was going to go in our murder repair kit. Just, you know, the idea of sanding things down. Maybe we want to find out what that works like on a person. Okay, so we don't need that big black area up there because that was the edge for another picture. Okay, and then I think we're going to put this in our murder repair kit. I have to think about that. So we've got some maps. Okay. All right, I think I am looking at I really want to have this. So I'm going to trim, I think, a little bit off the side here. Okay, hold on. An idea is coming on me. Or I could throw that on the ground. How you doing tonight, Miss Mari? I'm going to trim this down just a smidge. I don't want to lose the definition of the path. All right, so let's look at this. And we can always round this corner off. I have no idea where my corner rounders are at the moment, but that's not going to stop me because I can always cut it with the scissors. I don't really want to. Okay, I know we don't need this whole side of the house over here. I mean, it's nice if we could keep it, but I think we can cut a little bit off the bottom here. I have to be honest, if I were more mobile, if I had my own car, I would take trips and get actual pictures of stuff. You know, out of the way things. I would just go creeping on people's property. And okay, what if we did like that? That leaves us some room for some keepsakes and for a little picture of a person maybe. Maybe we got a little carried away on a full moon. I do want to put a little tabby piece on here though, so we're probably going to put the tabby piece on before I do those pictures. So what kind of tabby piece do we want? We do have a tiny little baggage over here that I think came out of our bigger bag. Let's see. There's an earring in here. Oh, there's 2 sets of earrings in here. Okay. So those are dangly ones. Danglies. I think these ones. save those for another time. Do you want to use a tiny little baby Band-Aid tab? I could maybe do that. Okay, so that's going to be used for this too. Okay, so I got to decide which way the moon is going in this picture, first of all. I think that's it right there. So this is the top. Okay, so tabby, 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 tabby. I do have lots of fabric. I just got some fabric from Elle's. So let me see about maybe grabbing something over here. Ooh, standing up, fun. Pull down some fabric here. What do we feel like? I think we need something kind of muted. Because the moon is like a black and white shot. Okay, what about this? Come around. What's that? Oh, I think I like this. Hold on. Let me take a snippet of that off there. Hold, please. I've lost my scissors. Okay. This is all wrong for a tab fabric, but it spoke to me. Here we go. So we're just going to take off a little piece. And work from there. Okay. All right. So we want to get some of the silver and some of the copper color here. Okay, good night, Maury. Have a good weekend if I don't see you again. Obviously, it's late night Friday. I probably won't see you again before the weekend's over. Okay, how big of a tab do we want to make? So I think I'm going to cut it like right here. Okay. So that's probably a little wider than I want it. Let's go ahead and make that a little skinnier. Okay. And let's cut the little black bit off here. And a little bit of this down here. All right. A little bit crooked. I think that's perfect. We are going to put it off to the side, I think. I think that was what I would prefer. Okay, so let's just do a little gluey thing. I hope Mari has an awesome, awesome weekend. I hope everybody has an awesome weekend, actually. That you get as much or as little done as you want. And I'm going to put just a little tiny bit of glue in the middle to kind of hold that together. So it's not all poofy. poofy is not so great in tabs. And then a little bit right here. Okay. And we're okay if it's a little frayed. I'll cut the frayed bits off right here. Okay, let's move some of those away. So that's a start. And I think now I got it stuck to me. I think what we might do, and I probably won't do this on camera, is I may separate just the bottom part of this where the ring is, and maybe do a couple of quick stitches and stitch them here by the moon for the front of this. So that's what I'm going to do with those. But I probably will not do that on camera because it's awkward and weird, and I'm not a very good sewer. Okay. Just a tiny little, so that it stays kind of, that's going to make it less flappy than I'd like, but I'd really like it to not be super loopy. Super loopy. Okay, that helps tell me where the top is. Back to our images we were going to use. So we were going to go with this one, like all the way up to the edge on both sides. And then we're going to add the other one. Oops, and I got a little glue on there. And I think I may want to just thicken that up a little bit, add a little bulk to it. So I had some pieces over here. Are they big enough for this? So what if I cut a little bit off the top then? And that's probably going to make that other picture easier too. Okay, so let's do that. Let's glue this on here, and then we'll cut the extra off the top. And that's going to make it pop up just a little bit. So everything's not just so flat on the paper. Okay. Oops, I went up too high with the glue. I didn't need it all the way up there. So forgetful, so fast. Anybody else? Just me? Okay. Okay. Let's grab we don't know where the paper towel went. There it is. I'm always misplacing things. Okay. Let's just clean that off there real quick. Okay. Do. And this is how my scissors get sticky. And then I'm complaining. Why are my scissors sticky? Because I do stuff like this. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and trim this down. And I'm going to go with scissors because if I put this under the cutter right now, the paper is still wet. And I risk just mashing the heck out of that image. Okay. So there's that. And that's going to smooth out some as it dries. Oh, you know what? Let's ink some edges. We're having a moment. A little bit sticking out over here. I don't think it matters that much, but okay. Ink it to edges. I was a bad girl today. I took my nap and it was really close to my live, and I was thinking about going out and making something to eat. And Mike rushes through, and he's like, I gotta eat something. Because, you know, he's working. It's Fri-Yay. And normally he doesn't leave the house to do that. He's like, I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want anything? And I was like, whoa. He goes, I know it's not really your thing, so. And I said, I'm going to be weak today. I got a double cheeseburger, and I asked for a small fry. He brought home a large. So I just took about what I thought was a small, which wasn't even half of the large. I think Sandy might have had some too. Mike likes a little bit of French fries, but he'll never eat a whole one. He's really just a meat guy. So I was bad. I am not supposed to be having processed food or fast food, but I did have I figure it's better if I just admit it publicly, you know. It'll help keep me on track a little better if I admit when I have a moment. So, you know, not the end of the world, but it is really the first fast food I've had since we stopped door dashing. That's not true. Let's say since the beginning of the year. And it's only been 5 days, but which is not a great track record. But that doesn't mean every time you ask, I'm going to be like, yeah, I want something. There's more circumstances than anything else. Next time I'll just make something. It doesn't take that long to slap together a sandwich or make a can of soup, you know. Uh-oh. Now I'm committed to trimming off all of that. Okay. And that's why I generally like to use a corner rounder and not. We may come back at it with a corner rounder when I figure out what the heck I did with it. Okay. Okay. Okay, same thing here, but I think I'm going to double up on that. I think there was a second piece. Yeah, there it is right there. I think I'm going to double that up so it's twice as thick. Sticks up a little bit more. So let's start by gluing this to the... How do I do it this way? And have the extra little... No, because it doesn't have a downy side. Okay. No, not really, Christine. I ate it because it was food in the hole. But it wasn't like, this is so good. It was not that good. It wasn't good at all, honestly. It was just food to put in my face. I didn't have some kind of weird nostalgic moment or think, oh my God, how can I ever quit cheeseburgers? I did not enjoy it, sadly enough. But I'm full and I'll eat again, you know, later. Maybe. I had oatmeal this morning with peanut butter and cinnamon, no added sugar. Just whatever was in the peanut butter naturally. It's still taking some getting used to. I made it a little more juicy than I'd like this morning. But because I put a little too much water in it. I think I'll back up on the water a little bit tomorrow. And add in just a tiny bit of half and half for a little bit of creaminess with it. So I wouldn't do it again anytime soon with the cheeseburger. Even if we were out and I desperately needed food, that would not be something I'd want to do. I enjoyed the fries a little bit more. But again, it wasn't like, oh, I can't believe I haven't had these in, you know. It's actually been a while since I've had fries. I did have one spam musubi, which I don't consider fast food. I'm going to be switching to chicken musubi though, because Spam is high in sodium and I'm supposed to have less sodium. But because that's mostly freshly made, obviously aside from the Spam, which is a heavily prepared food, chicken not so much, because they prepare that fresh. But with it, I got some sweet potato fries, which they made fresh there, and I did enjoy those very much. But I got the regular 2 Spam musubis that I usually get and an order of the sweet potato fries. I ate 1 Spam musubi and about half the fries for my dinner meal when we got it. And then I saved the second one to the next day. And I had it for my lunch. And it was, next time I need to remember to wrap the musubi in some plastic wrap. The rice on the end got a little bit dried out, but it wasn't bad. And once I nuked it and soaked it in some sauce, a little sauce on that, it was quite good. There we go. So that's gonna, over here. That's gonna raise that up a little bit so that it's not quite so just flat glued. It's not quite so just flat glued things. And then obviously we'll have some dimensional stuff. So on the list of things that are okay for what might be considered fast food, L&L Hawaiian, as long as I avoid fried foods for the most part. Normally I would get edamame, but they didn't have it on the menu this time. So next time I'll just get the chicken musubis, and I will make a vegetable on the side myself, or have something, like a little salad or. So L&L Hawaiian, Riva's, which is a Mexican place, which does a lot of their stuff fresh. Chipotle, which I have never eaten since I've been here, but if we're going out to get food and we went to, I think Els would take me to Chipotle just to run in and get my own thing. For whatever reason, it's not her jam. I happen to love Chipotle. I used to do a knockoff cilantro lime rice and the whole thing. At home, me and Liam used to do it all the time because he was also a Chipotle fiend, and it was cheaper to do it at home. So that's an option too. I could make that at home for myself and pack it away into portions. Somehow I got a little, there's a little that's going to drive me a little batty. Okay. Let me smush this down. Where was I? Oh, so yeah, I could do Chipotle at home. I just need to get some chicken and some cilantro and a little container of lime juice that doesn't have any added sugar or lime. What else is okay? The Chinese food we get is okay. There were a couple other places. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm going with that. So if we're getting, and El Pollo Loco, because they make that fresh every day. Okay, so what do you think? I know it's not terribly exciting, but we need a girl wearing some kind of an Asian dress, I think, for this to work. And a little something as a trinket. But we are going to do the earrings up front. I'm going to maybe spray them with something. Because that's just like a cheapy gold thing. And they should be silver, really, if we're going to do it with the moon. So I'm going to put those back in the bag for right now so I don't lose them. But I'm going to hand sew those on probably tomorrow when the light is good. And then we'll have this to stick in one of our little pockies. Yeah, if I just put them on my desk, they're likely to get separated and lost. We have a little lift right here, so let me go ahead and give that a little glue down. Put the lid back on our glue. It's amazing how quick it gets stopped up. Okay, there we go. So that's a start right there. And then this is another, this goes with a different part in the book. Oof, ow. Starting to cut off circulation in my toes. Okay. Oh, you know what? Where'd that thing go? Oh dear. Where's the guy with the... What if it's this girl with the shirt on? Although that shirt's probably not enough to make a... I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this the girl? Or should I keep looking for a girl in a white dress? Opinions wanted. Okay. So you've got these other pieces. I'm thinking about cutting the bikers off there. Bicyclers. I kind of also like this. This. But then we're taking away the path, so... Not going to go here, but... Okay. I think we need a bigger picture for this. Hey, Renee. Little red wagon. We haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. How you doing? So do we like her for this? Okay. So she would go on this side over here. Probably down here. So that could be a start. Let me paper clip her to this. And I got to see if I can find that. I think I know exactly where it is. I have a bin of fabrics, a plastic bin. And I think that's where that is. The white sheeting that I could use for the border over here. Okay, let's look at how long we've been on. Let's have a look. Half. 8 o'clock. A little after 8. Your way, Miss Renee, that is I hope they got it all too. That would be great news. That can be quite stressful, I know. Oof. But we wish you a speedy recovery and that they got it all. And that it never, ever resurfaces. Let's see. Ow. Hold on. Doing a terrible job getting that extra off there. Because it's sticking out just a tiny little bit at the bottom. Okay. Probably should have put another little piece under there, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah. I like where this is going. grab some stuff from over here because I got quite a few photos we might be able to have a little looky-poo at for this one. Okay. Let's see. That's a little too big. Oh, that might work. That's an eclipse. Which means maybe we could, those could possibly go on the back. What else do we have that we might be able to have a little looky-poo at? Do. Okay. I've got just some stuff I'm looking at off camera here real quick. Sometimes I just flip through here and choose whatever strikes my fancy. And then we try and make it work. Okay. So, oh, you are very welcome, hon. I definitely like that on that part. I really like that. That leaves us room to add stuff here. And then on this side, I think we might want to layer some things up. Okay. Alrighty. I think I'm definitely going to put that right there. I'm going to put it over as close to the edge as I can, like that. Which will leave me some room here and a little room on the tab to do something. So let's go ahead and glue this piece down. I'm just going to run with this. You know, doing something during an eclipse is kind of good because everybody's looking at whatever's going on in the sky. And they're not really looking around them. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Not too close to the edge down there. Now, there. There is my Now I do have more tissue paper. Okay, I know about how much I want. Hold please while I try and get it to tear more or less how I want it to go. I think we all know about how well tissue paper behaves itself when you want it to do something. It is a fun ASMR noise though, isn't it? Okay. This is a little bit bigger than we need, so let's start. I want to not have straight edges if I can avoid it. Once again into the not straight edges. Okay. Now we just need a little bit off this one side if we can get it to go along with us. Okay. Now, we don't want a whole bunch over the edge. We're going to do some brown, and then I think we might try and throw in a little black. And then maybe just a smidge of color. Okay. Definitely need some black. And what did I do with the black? Here we go. Is this black though? Oh, I think that's purple. That is not black. Let's see. Yeah, here. Here's a small black. That should work. Oh, that's not black. That's bad. Well, we're throwing on a little color already. Unexpected. Because it's got the black lid on it, but it's like some other bluey color. It's a greeny bluey color. I think we still have to get some black going on. I'm going to try that out this time before I... Okay, let me see. Hold please while I try and find some black. That's orange. Orange, orange, orange. Okay, none of those are black. Next container, please. Oh, big reach. That's not ink. Okay. Great. Now I don't know where I have the black. Okay. Other choices, Amy. Let's get some, maybe some black paint. Okay. I thought I had another container of. So what about over here? Are any of these black? Da-da-da-da-da. Oh. My phone is making noises at me. It rarely makes any noise at all. Well, nope, it looks like it's not anything terribly important. Okay. So let's see if this is black before we try and smush it on there. Nope, that's blue. Okay. Good thing we checked first. I think that might be black. Hold on, we may have found the one. Well, let's see. I think it might be. Hope it's got some in there. Let's just try balling it up and rubbing some on there. How about that? Oops. Ooh. You're throwing it all over the place. Let me try a little bit of water with that and see if we can loosen it up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, not bad. I think that will be okay. Okay. Yes, live.
Are you live?
Yeah.
Oh. Here, put this in your hand and give me shoot me a number.
You don't want it in my hands right now.
It's at least 20. Possibly
Pieces?
more.
Pieces? Okay.
I'm thinking, yeah, that's what I thought. I love our own personal version of rock, paper, scissors.
Hand gestures.
Thank you.
Not just for inappropriate comments.
I know.
I'm going to say hello to the ladies.
Oh, hello, ladies.
I think they're all asleep.
Oh, okay. Why are they all sleeping now?
I'm boring.
It's Friday night. Let's
So
party. Get out the tequila.
You are not allowed to have tequila.
Why not?
Get a little weird.
Okay, fine.
Hey, what do you think about that?
It's very grungy.
It's not very soft.
Yeah, it is kind of soft. I like it.
I know it's weird. Now I don't want to glue it down. I just want to play with
You're
it.
going to fondle your paper.
Nina says, "Hi, Els."
Hi, Nina.
And hi, Dieter. I didn't see you come in. You missed the beginning. That's okay.
Right.
Actually, Sabrina's in here. She's working.
Cool.
And several other people are just working. Okay. But they'll like that you said hello to them. How's everything going out there? 5?
6.
6. Okay. Yeah. It's nice.
We'll go toss this in the bin.
Sale bin?
Yeah.
Are you having your sale on the 7th?
Yeah.
What time?
I don't know. 4-ish, something like that.
Or what is the 7th? What day of the week is
I
it?
have no idea. That's why I don't know what time
Well,
it
it's
is.
5. Isn't today the 5th?
I think today's the 4th.
No, today is the 5th.
So Sunday's the 5th. Sunday's the 7th.
Yeah. So it's
4.
Sunday at 4 o'clock. Alice is having a Sunday. Nina sneaked in. So for everybody out there listening or who may be watching back, hopefully you watch back before Sunday at 4 p.m. Our time, that's 5, 6, and 7 across the country. Alice is having her monthly sale for January. Woo woo!
It's a grab bag sale.
It's a grab bag sale.
Well, there's single items, but a lot of grab bags.
Grab bags are good. You get lots of interesting things.
Well, I'm de-stashing.
Oh no, you're doing the D word.
I'm doing the D word. I'm not calling it de-stashing. You want to know what I'm really doing? I am curating my collection, and I am.
Are you downsizing?
Not so much downsizing as outsourcing.
I thought maybe you were refocusing.
I might, but my focus is always the same. So, but there's things that I bought to use for stuff that like I had to buy like a big package of it.
And you don't need the whole rest of it.
And I don't need the rest
and
of
you're
it.
probably never going to use it again.
So I'm going to
You're going to share it. You're going to outsource it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be outsourced.
You aren't on the chopping block yet.
I don't like the word yet.
I like you.
For now.
Oh.
Until next week when somebody else gets your...
Do I take my Don't Kill Amy pill every day?
Yes, you do. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I do every day. You should know you've bought them once or twice.
I do every now and then. I chip in that whole buck to not die that month.
95 cents. What?
No, today is the 5th according to my computer. At least, for Nina, it's already 8, 9, 10, 11. Shouldn't be after midnight anywhere yet. Not in the continental United States.
No.
Yeah. Whose sale did you go to yesterday, Christine? Who were you dropping money on? Inquiring minds want to know who had a good sale that I missed. Okay, we're gonna go something like that. Are you like that? No, like that. Yeah, like that. But I'm just gonna put some glue on here and glue some stuff down. Layers, man. I'm gonna do some layers. You've lost track lately. Crochet. Oh, no. No. Why would you do... You're supposed to shoot, does it, Mike? You know better. What happens if you shoot Amy in the face?
She cries.
You like that?
Now I have to buy her ice cream.
Uh-huh. Do you want to go out right now and buy me ice cream?
No.
I didn't think so. So Christine says she doesn't know if she can go because her debit card's still smoking from yesterday when she went to the grocery store.
Oh, I know.
It's becoming like a horror show in there.
I know. Mine is fully objectional.
What's that?
My debit card at the grocery store.
No, we don't want to. Is that
Look,
why it doesn't work all the time? We're in there like you got to swipe it 3 or 4 times.
I'm in there and I can hear my debit card from my wallet.
Crying.
Please, not
Really.
It's pathetic.
And then we go to,
can't. No.
and then we go to a, do
Is
you
it
want to
not?
buy me ice cream? We could go right now and go get Sonic milkshakes. That is the only way you're allowed to shoot me with that rubber band.
It's just a little one.
You know, no, that is not a little rubber band.
I found it. He
Uh-huh.
thought he took them all.
What do we know about if we shoot Amy with the rubber band?
We have to buy Amy ice cream
Right now.
and a box of tissues.
For the crying.
Can't handle the crying.
All right, then. So is that what you want to do?
No, I'm gonna go away. Be good.
All right, I thought so.
Can I go shoot Sandy?
See, I don't have any deals with Sandy. Go ahead. She's going in there to torture poor Sandy. It is a 1/2 inch wide rubber band.
She didn't even take. She just went.
So I'm like, I dare you. I'm looking forward to the ice cream. Bring it on. Now this is no longer going to fit for what I wanted to use it for, so it won't be a slidey thing. It'll be a flippy thing, probably. Something like that. Maybe it'll go on the front. I don't know. We'll see. I like the layers. Put all the color on the other side. There's going to come a day where she's like, I don't care. And then I have to cry and she has to buy me ice cream. Usually the, do you really want to take me for ice cream right now? Works. Sandy is her own entity. She spends a lot of time in her room by herself. So I live in the room right next to her, but I hardly ever see her. So just adding in a little color on this side. Seeing how that. We're going to have it hanging over. We might as well get a little color on the other side, right? So I think somebody's feeling a little sassy tonight. I really, really like this picture, but it is not going to work on this piece. Although maybe... I cut a little bit off that side. Okay, we'll just save these and we'll decide later. I also have some more astronomy ones I could use. You've lost track lately. There's a lot of good sales going on out there. I am in savings mode right now, so I'm not spending money. But I like to hear about the sales. I definitely can't go to one because I am weak. Weak, I say. Okay, I like the way that's coming out. I like the front. I like the back. That's got to dry, though. Okay, let's look at our time. Da-da-da-da. Oh, we hit 3 hours. We did it. So I think we're going to wrap it up. Let's have a look at some of the things we did today. Mostly we just were nostalgic about the book. And we did a lot of collage stuff. Okay. So let's add this into the... I don't think we added anything before this. So this is what we worked on second with our girl in there. And we need some black buttons for up at the top. But I like it so far. And then, let's see. I know there's a specific spot I wanted this to go. It's back here after all these slippy floppy pages. So I think those are going to go in there. I think it's after these flippy floppy pages, actually, right here. I think I want to use some of this on here. Or I don't know, maybe we do a similar page. But I do want to use this. So let's find a blank page. Let's just go for it. Let's find a blank page. That one's got plans for it already. How about this nice grungy one right here? And we will plan to use at least some of this right here. So there we go. And then we had finished this page, so we looked at this. This page is finally done right here, this one. It's definitely looking like an artifact. I know, Nina, I'm sorry. So that's it for this week. For lives, I was on all the times I usually am on. I don't know if we're dashing next week or not, so I may be live then. If not, videos. I'm going to work on them tomorrow and the next day. I am going to skip the Sunday live because I have so much to do in the garage. But there's our chunky journal. There's what we're working on right now. We worked on a couple other small things that we've got off to the side here. But I think we're doing good. Oh, and you know what we wanted to do? I have this piece that I got. I bought a shirt that this was on. Can you imagine? Hard as can be. Because I want to put it on the cover. I just have to decide where. So we may peel that off. So it could go. I'm leaning towards over here. But it could also go and hang off the edge just a little bit. Or I could save it and use it on a smaller journal, like as a focal piece. But I really like it for this journal. So I have that. I usually work, but I had the time wrong. Oh, no worries. You get here when you're meant to be here, you know? So, chunky journal. And we're making progress with our other pages. I'm liking it. I'm liking my own work so far. I'm not totally in love with the cover. It needs some work, but I have a great idea for the back, I think, that I can't wait to unleash on you guys when we get closer to the end. It's getting hard to work on stuff in the front, so we're going to have to finish up the front because we're getting that severe, like, you know, to work on things right on this side. It's just got a lean, you know, because it's so chunky. And we do have some pages we need to finish off. And there are a few blank pages in here, like this one needs to be worked on. This one needs to be finished. So we got to finish up the stuff in the front because if we keep plumping up the back, we're not even going to be able to work in the front. I tend to try to watch the recording too. Well, yeah, it's always fun to do Smartass Comments Live. That's what we live for. And I welcome them. I love it when you guys bring character and fun to the lives. It is awesome. Because you guys are awesome. So we're going to call it for tonight. I will be live Murder Mondays on my channel this week on Monday between 5:15 and 5:30. There will be, I'm doing it on StreamYard, and I don't know if I post it on StreamYard if it's going to show an event on mine. But I will definitely put in a link early in the day for the live. Thanks, Nina. I appreciate it. So Murder Monday, Elle's going to talk about some stuff, and I'm going to work either in this serial killer journal, or I might be sorting collage things by then. If I can get up the last of that big ass pile of stuff I got to sort through and trim down. We may be in the sorting phase. Woo woo. Which is that much closer to having stuff to put in my shop. Tuesday will be food-a-teeny, and then we'll decide the rest of the week, depending on whether or not we are dashing. So, however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. You are made of the awesomest stuff on the planet. And until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you the happiest of crafting. Bye, 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 bye. The end. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. I hope to see you soon. Bye, 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 bye. Good night, Nina and Christine and Roseanne and Carla, who's probably fall asleep, and Renee and anybody else I'm missing. No missing isn't intentional. Love you all. The end. Oh, I forgot.